Hi gamers, welcome to the channel. I'm Bobby and today I'm spilling the secrets I wish I knew earlier in Raid Shadow Legends. If you're making these mistakes, you need to stop right now. Trust me, these tips and tricks will save you time, resources and frustration, so let's jump in. So, where should I start, guys? I made so many mistakes along the way and I really can tell a lot of mistakes that you need to avoid, but I want to start with a curious hack right there that I'm pretty sure not all of you know, alright? And this is exactly when you come here to the limited series, you know that you can get some rewards out of watching the episode, but did you know that you don't have to share the episode to get your rewards? Actually, all you need to do to get your rewards for sharing this episode is just click on share, click on copy link, and that's it. You will be able to get your rewards without sharing the episode anywhere. So I'm not sure most of you knew that hack, but when I found out, I was pretty happy because I didn't have to share the episode anywhere. And please, Plarium, don't judge me too harsh on this one. But yeah, you can get your rewards just by clicking on share episode and copying the link. The rewards will be immediately ready to collect. So make sure you do that in case if you still haven't. Hold up, click the link in the description to start your game with the free legendary and 4 solid epics as you level up. Here are the simple steps you need to follow. Step number 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. If you have never had Raid install on your mobile device before, the link will also work there. Step number 2, click the link in the description and register a brand new email. Step number 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. And finally, step number 4, go to your inbox and claim your first gem. Here we go, you will find Karato Fox Hunter there, and as you progress through the game, you will also unlock Ugo, Raktordrat, Tagor, and Mausoleum Mage. This is an amazing account start in Raid, so click my link in the description below and follow these simple steps. Now, let's start with the tips, and I want to start with something that I did recently, a stupid mistake, and I regret it right now. So tip number 1 is unlock masteries before using books. What I did was I dumped some legendary and epic books on my champions before fully unlocking their masteries. And why is this important? It is actually pretty important to unlock your champion's masteries first, because masteries really improve a champion's damage, survivability, and utility. Also, masteries like War Master and Giant Slayer can increase clan boss and dungeon damage drastically, and this will really save you a lot of books and it will help you progress faster in the game. I'm telling you this because I recently used 2 legendary books and I don't know, 3 or 4 epic books, and I really regret that because the books are really hard to get in this game, especially if you're free to play account. You can usually get them from high-end events and shop packs. And what I really do recommend here is, instead of relying on books to upgrade your champion's power, really first try to unlock their masteries first. What I did here on Kyle is I used 800 gems to unlock all of his masteries, and really that was one of my best choices in the game because it drastically changed his performance in battles. And instead of wasting your books, first go farm the Minotaur's Labyrinth for some scrolls and unlock your starter champion's masteries using some gems. It will cost you 800,000 to unlock all of the masteries of your champion. So make sure you do that before wasting your books. It's really important. Tip number 2, silver is more important than you think in this game. One of the things I did wrong was to spend silver recklessly upgrading bad gear, and I really do regret it because at some point of the game I'm lacking a lot of silver. Even now I don't have much silver, and you literally need silver for everything in the game. You needed to upgrade your artifacts, to swap and remove the artifacts. You really need to think twice before using your silver. What I really do recommend here is to save your silver for big artifact enhancement events. And also another thing you can do to gain some silver right here is to sell your artifacts that you don't need sell all the trash artifacts right there. Instead of hoarding into useless pieces, you can sell all those artifacts that are 1, 2 stars common, uncommon, and all those artifacts that have some bad substats and flat stats. They're really useless and you can sell them without thinking twice. That will provide you with some good amount of silver. And stop hoarding onto useless pieces that you really don't need. I'm still having some artifacts right here that I can sell, but I really need to check all of their stats first, because all of the artifacts that are having flat stats can easily go. You really don't need them. Tip number 3 would be to don't waste your resources on trash champions. And this is crucial, I'm telling you, because I used so many resources into trash champions that I then used for food, and I lost silver. I lost a lot of silver doing that, and a lot of resources that I could have saved. But no, I decided to upgrade some trashy champions, and the result is not good. You really need to save your resources for top tier champions and fusion events. And also, what I really do recommend here is to check some tier lists and guides before investing into any champions. That way it's guaranteed that you are not wasting your resources just like that, but you are sure in what you're investing your resources, and you're sure that those champions are worth it. Tip number 4, don't over level food champions too early in the game. What I did was at the beginning I started leveling a lot of food champions, and I started leveling 3 and 4 ranked champions instead of focusing on my main carry. What I really suggest here if you're a beginner is that you need to get your first 6-star champion ASAP. If you have started with Kale or any other starter champions, the first thing you really need to be doing is to get your starter up to level 60, because it's really a game changer. You will progress much faster along the dungeons, along the campaign. So really focus on getting your starter up to level 60 as soon as you can. And if you're just starting out with raid, what I do suggest is do not focus so much on the dungeons, because it's taking a lot of your energy and it's not giving that much XP. What you really want to be doing if you have just started out with raid is really focus on campaign, clear, normal, hard, and brutal. If possible, focus on campaign, because besides the fact that you're gonna get some good rewards like sacred shards for clearing brutal, for hard you will also get a sacred shard. Besides that, this is the best possible way you can level up your champions faster. And then after you have reached some good amount of XP and you have progressed, then the next step is to focus on the important dungeons. So really spend your energy wisely, guys, and start with campaign first. It's really important because it will give you the most XP, like I said. Tip number 5, guys. I was lucky enough to knew that from the start, but some people are really wasting their shards when there is not even a progressive chance event, not a 2x event. They're just getting an ancient shard and they're so impatient that they're opening it immediately. And of course they're left there in desperation, and they're not happy with the results, because that is actually a fact that you're not gonna get anything special out of 2x events. Because look at the summoning chances. The chances of you pulling legendary are 0.5%. Mythical is 0.5, epic 8 from an ancient shard, even from the void shard. They're opening their shards outside of 2x events, and they're wondering why they're not pulling good champions. Here is the answer. The chances are pretty low that you will pull something good. Even if there is a 2x event, the chances are not 100%, but they're still much higher. And if you're getting really disappointed from your ancient shard and void shard pulls, this is most times because you guys are pulling your shards without a 2x event active. You really don't want to be pulling shards randomly whenever you got them. This is not how it works, guys. You really want to save your shards for 2x summon events and fusion events. And a pro tip I can give you here is definitely to track the upcoming events, because that way it will really help you to get some better champions in your roster. Tip number 6, I think. I lost count, but yeah, I think it was tip number 6. So this is really something I have observed that most of my friends are doing. They're not using their arena tokens because they're too afraid they're gonna lose. And I'm just saying to them, guys, it doesn't matter if you're gonna lose. You need to use all your arena tokens every single day, because arena gives you free medals for upgrading your great hole. That is really permanent. So really make sure you're using all of your tokens. No matter that you're losing, you will be able to get those bronze and silver medals that you can then use for the great hole. Even if you lose, guys, you will still earn progress towards the arena chests, so it doesn't really matter. And what you should really focus on upgrading in the great hole, I still haven't done it because as you might already know, I mentioned that in a previous video, but I was upgrading the great hole randomly. I didn't know what I was doing, so I just clicked randomly here. I was devastated. I didn't know what to do, but now I know, and that is to focus mainly on accuracy, critical damage, and resist. Accuracy is really essential for the buffers in Faction Wars, Doom Tower, Clan Boss, and dungeons, so really make sure you're unlocking accuracy here. The critical damage really boosts all damage dealer in all content, especially the arena and the dungeon runs, so you want to focus on that as well. And the third thing is really resistance. Resist will really help your champions avoid enemy debuffs in Doom Tower, arena, and Hydra Clan Boss. Tip number 7, guys, is that gear sets matter more than the champion's rarity. And what is really important to say here is that a well-geared rare champion can outperform a bad-geared legendary. Make sure you do listen to that, because all of those gear that you're equipping to your champions really matters. And what you really need to be doing is to first look at the stats that your gear is providing. Make sure it has some good substats. The second thing you want to be looking at are those bonuses that you're activating right here. You really need those bonuses because they boost your champion's power. Speed and accuracy are critical for the buffers. Also, lifesteal and War Master are OP for early game and mid game Clan Boss. And finally, perception, relentless, and savage sets are really game changers. Make sure you do the most out of them and use them on your champions, because really the gear that you're equipping is everything to your champion. It can really change how they perform. It is really a fact that a well-equipped rare champion can be better than badly equipped legendary. So make sure you do know what you're doing with your gear. If you need, you can go check up some videos about artifacts and gearing your champions. I think that can be really helpful, especially if you're a beginner. I really recommend doing that. If you equip your champions with bad artifacts, that will really freeze your progress, and at some point you will wonder what are you doing wrong. So make sure you're equipping your champions with the right stuff. Tip number 8, don't invest in too many champions at once. What you really want to be doing is focus on building 5 to 10 core champions first before spreading resources to 10, and really keep your focus on maxing out your core Clan Boss campaign and dungeon team first. This is really important, guys. Make sure you're using your resources the right and proper way, and really avoid spreading resources on all of your champions in your roster. Make sure first to check who are the good ones and if they're worth investing the resources at all. Tip number 9 would be to unlock energy from the advanced quests. Really make sure you're getting the most out of it and you're doing your advanced quest every day, because they're easy to do and they give high value. If you have no energy left, make sure you have checked your all advanced quests quests and really check what you can do to get some more energy, because here some of the good rewards are always energy, and it is really helpful doing your quests, guys. Really, in the beginning I didn't know that I could get energy from doing my quests, so I was just ignoring them right there and I was not doing much. But with the time I got to know that it's really important to do my quests and challenges, because sometimes you can get some good rewards out of there, including energy refills, and this is really the most important resource in this game. So make sure you're doing your quests. And now moving on to tip number 10, and that is namely, guys, unlock your gem mine as soon as possible and get it up to level 3. Actually, I haven't done that. I'm gonna do it right now because it's really important, because the gem mine really gives you some passive gems forever, and it is a pretty good source of gems. You won't regret unlocking the mine and upgrading it up to level 3, I guarantee you. So basically, I really recommend, after unlocking your champions masteries, your start champion masteries right here, and as you know already, it will cost you 800 gems. After that, spend all your gems unlocking the mine and upgrading it up to level 3. It is really something that can really help you in the game, and it's an easy way to get gems that later can be used also for masteries. And also right here in the gem shop, you can use the gems to get some shard packs, silver and energy, so it is a really good source of gems. That's it, guys. Those are the game-changing tips I wish I knew earlier. Did any of those surprise you, or do you have your own pro tips? Let me know in the comment section below. Drop them there. I am pretty curious to know, as always. And if this video helped, don't forget to like and subscribe for more raid content. Thank you so much for sticking up with me and watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!